like a story for you. When I was 2, I was at my grandma's house, and my uncle was playing Mario 64 with his friends watching him. And I was like, what is this fascinating technology? You can use this device to control this red-hatted man. Such fascinating technology. I somehow got myself to try this game, and while I was playing it, I was like, this is the greatest thing in existence. After that, I became a huge Mario fan. I would wear Mario caps whenever I want. I would wear Mario shirts, and during Halloween, I would always dress up as Mario, and pretty much nothing else. Except I did dress up as SpongeBob at one point. This video's topic is about the first game I've ever played. Super Mario 64. It is a game that got me into Mario, to Nintendo, to just video games in general. So without further ado, let's get into it. Mario 64 was a game that was released on the N64 June 23rd, 1996. It was not just the first 3D Mario game, but it was also a game that pretty much changed 3D platformers forever. The game starts off with Peach sending an invitation to Mario to come to her castle where she begged a cake for him. As soon as Mario arrives, Bowser has kidnapped the princess, and it's up to Mario to collect the Power Stars, defeat the evil King Bowser, and save the Mushroom Kingdom. In this game, the hub world is Peach's castle, and the levels of the game are in paintings that you go through, which is a pretty interesting idea for a Mario game. Each level has 6 stars, and the cool thing about collecting them is that you don't have to collect them in order. If the first star is defeat the boss, you can be like, nah, I'll just collect all the red coins because it's closer to where I spawned. Now, what's a Mario game without abilities? In this game, there are 3 abilities: the wing cap, the metal cap, and the invisible cap. The wing cap is pretty much what you would assume it does. It gives you the ability to fly. It's pretty much like the cape in Super Mario World. You go up and down. The more you go down, the higher you go up. The metal cap is just like the Starman ability. The only difference is it can help you walk underwater. And the invisible cap makes you immune to the enemy attacks and go through walls. Well, some walls. One thing I like about this game is the music. Nintendo, in my opinion, is very good at making music, and I don't even know if the reason I like the music in Mario 64 is because it's nostalgic or it's just my taste in music. In my opinion, I think Koopa Road is the best Bowser level theme in the entire series. Another thing I like about the game is just jumping mechanics. There's just something fun about doing triple jumps and long jumps based off of memory of all the other games. The jumping in Mario 64 is better than all the other 3D Mario games, in my opinion. I could be 100% wrong about that because, like I said, it's all based on memory, but it's definitely one of the best of the series. Now let's talk about the levels. Obviously, like every other game, there's always a level that's great and a level that sucks. And we can all agree which one sucks the most. And that's Rainbow Ride. The theme is not as interesting and the obstacles are so annoying. You mess up once, you either die or you have to start all over again. The level to me just feels like a chore. It's not really fun to me. The only one I don't like is Tick-Tock Clock. Now, one thing I do like about it is that the moving obstacles will move in different ways depending on where the hour hand is once you go in the clock. The reason why I hate this level is because it has the same problems as Rainbow Ride. There are times where you can fall and you either die or you have to start over again. Now, my favorite level is either Big Boo's Haunt or Snowman's Head. These two have 2 of my favorite themes in games, which is spooky themed and winter themed. Big Boo's Haunt is a haunted mansion filled with boos, giant eyeballs, and an evil piano. I just like this one because it's spooky themed and that has boos in it, which are my favorite enemies in the series. Snowman's Head is a snowy area that has a giant snowman in the middle of the level. I like this one because it has more of a big area than Cold Mountain. I just love the snowman. Fun fact, did you know you could stand on the penguin's head? I found this out as a kid and I thought this was what you're supposed to do, but no, you were supposed to follow the penguin so you don't get blown away. There's also levels that have cool concepts, like Tiny Huge Island, which is an island that is either tiny or huge depending on which pane you jump into. You can also make it change sizes by going through a warp pipe. There's also Wet Dry World, which is a level you can change the water levels by touching whatever this thing is. One level that I think is not good, but not bad either, is Dire Docks. It really isn't fun to me. The missions in it aren't as fun as the other levels, and it's not really big. And for some reason, there aren't any enemies except for a Carapon Ball? Is that how you pronounce it? I might be pronouncing it wrong. Next thing I want to talk about are the bosses. Now, compared to the other games, I think there are better bosses than ones in Mario 64. Don't get me wrong, there are some I like King Bob-omb and iRock. But But I don't find the bosses like Wiggler, King Womp, and Big Boo to be any fun. King Womp and Big Boo are just big versions of regular enemies. The only difference is you have to ground pound them 3 times. As for Wiggler, you just jump on it 3 times and it runs around. I will say, my favorite boss in the game is Bowser. It's so fun to grab him by the tail and swing him around. That is, if you are not using the N64 controller. That control pad can damage your thumb. Why did Nintendo make them like that? Of all the Bowser boss battles in the series, Bowser in Mario 64 is definitely my top 5 favorite Bowser boss battles. Once you finish the final boss, you then rescue Princess Peach, and she thanks you, gives you a kiss on the nose, and decides to make you a cake. And that is the end of Mario 64. Or so you thought. Just like every Mario game, there's extra content after beating the game. If you collect all the stars, you unlock a cannon outside the castle, which can take you to the roof, and you meet Yoshi there. He gives you a letter to the Mario 64 team that says, "Thanks for playing," and then you get 100 1-ups, and then Yoshi jumps off the roof for some reason. There's also wing cap blocks so you can fly around if you like, but that's pretty much it. I mean, if you have played Mario games before, you know that the reward for completing a game 100% aren't that special, but it really doesn't need to be. The only thing I haven't talked about are the slides, but I really got nothing to say about it except they're fun. Super Mario 64 is a game that will always be a place in my heart and is one of the games that makes me feel like a kid again every time I get back to playing it. I give it an 8 out of 10. If you guys still have a Wii U and you want to check it out, you better do it before Nintendo closes the eShop in 2023. You can also get it if you have the Switch Online service, but I don't think it's worth the price, so I think you should buy it on the Wii U. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you are new, I make animatics of YouTubers, D&D moments with my friends, and sometimes make video essays about stuff. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I don't really like saying those types of things. Yeah, but I don't really know how to end this video, so goodbye.